Hello and welcome to our tool presentation about TCTrainNet, TCworld's online training and certification program for technical communicators. We hope you had a good start into the day. With whom are you talking today? Our core team consists of Raymond Kalb, the trainer and moderator of the TCTrain Professional course, and Monica and I are consulting the audience and organizing the courses and the groups. In this presentation, we would like to talk about the need for further education in the field of technical documentation and introduce you to the training platform TCTrainNet, which consists of 2 course levels and leads to the Tcom certification. We will describe the concept and structure of the training and finally show the platform with its features. But before we start, since the tool presentation was recorded before the conference, we can answer your questions parallelly to the presentation. For this purpose, please use the chat function. After the presentation, we will also be available for a short time to answer your questions via this chat function. So let's start with the profession. The technical communicator or technical writer or information architect as a profession is made up of many different activities, of many processes and many skills. The main task is to help the masses understand technology. Technical writers are specially trained and qualified specialists who create all kinds of information about many different technical products. The competences range from communication, language, culture, content, media, products, technology, management, and many more. But despite the high qualification, it often looks like this in the area of education and training. A large proportion of the technical communicators do not come from the university sector, but as career changers from other areas. As with our TCTrainNet students, the majority of career changers come from engineering, from technical sectors, from translation, or also technical translation. Some of them are already specialized, localization. Many come from the area of media and communication sciences and others. But what about the employers? At the same time, they ask for a specific qualification, for example, for expertise and on-the-job training, professional experience and practical know-how. And therefore, TCworld has developed TCTrainNet to meet the needs of both parties. And now I hand over to my colleague Monica.
Thank you, Christine. Hello from my side. My name is Monica Engelke. I would like to give you some more information about the online training and certification program TCTrainNet with the 2 courses TCTrain Professional and TCTrain Expert. A few words about the background. Our training is established since 2011. We have almost 10 years experiences in the training industry. Every year about 50 to 70 participants start the courses and complete their course with a Tcom certification. The training is developed by experts from the industry and academia. It's important for us to give a theoretical background but also a practical background. Currently the experts are revising the training content again. About the experience and reputation, the course can be completed with a Tcom certificate and the certification is included in the training fee. Also the courses are accredited by the Tcom and also by ISTC. It's the Association for Technical Communication in the UK. There are training participants from all over the world, from companies or private people. In different chats, participants can share their experiences, which is very helpful for your own work and also for the motivation. In this course, you are supported by professional trainers, and you can contact them anytime by email, by phone, Skype, and so on. The course material is based on the Tcom competence framework. It's a standard in technical communication, especially in Europe. And as I already mentioned, we offer 2 courses in 2 levels. The TCTrain Professional course for beginners and career changers, and this course leads to the professional level certification, and the TCTrain Expert course for experienced technical writers. This course leads to the expert level certification. In the next slide, you can have a look at the curriculum of the TCTrain Professional. It's a process-oriented structure from content analysis, planning, concept development, content creation, up to media production, publication, and distribution. The courses teaches you all basics you need as a technical writer. Next is the curriculum of the TCTrain Expert course. The topics are similar to TCTrain Professional, but in this course you deepen your knowledge and skills as a technical writer. An additional unit, for example, is project management. You should be able to write documentations yourself, but also to guide others. Now I'll give you a few seconds that you can have a look at all these topics. The next step is the learning process. You will see the structure later in the live presentation of the course. So first you gain knowledge by studying the content. There are webcasts, interactive learning units, and also further resources, for example, articles from the TCworld magazine. The second step is you practice your knowledge by completing tasks and discussing them with fellow students. There are discussion forums and you can interact with your peers. The third part is testing. In each unit there is a quiz to test your newly acquired knowledge. So next, there are frequently asked questions about the courses. The first one is, are there any prerequisites? So it depends on the course. For the TCTrain Professional, there are no prerequisites because this is for beginners. And for the TCTrain Expert course, you should have at least 2 years work experience in technical writing, and it's also necessary to do the Tcom qualification consultation. And with this consultation with an experienced technical writer, you get to know your previous skills and knowledge in technical communication. This consultation takes about 1 hour, and after this consultation you can decide if this course is the right one for you, and also we get an expression of your knowledge. The duration of the courses is 8 months for the TCTrain Professional, but you can also shorten the duration if you have more time to study. For the TCTrain Expert course, it's 12 months, and normally it takes 12 months. Both courses are part-time trainings, and the most important benefit in our point of view is that you have flexibility. I already told you, if you have more time to study, you can shorten the duration, but it's also the other way around. If you need more time to study the course because of high workload, then you can also extend the duration. So it's up to 18 months. The workload for the course is about 7 hours per week, and the course ends with the Tcom examination. If you have completed at least 80% of the training material, you can register for the examination to receive the Tcom certificate. Then a few words about the Tcom certification. So both courses can be used as a preparation for the Tcom certification. And this certification was established in the year 2003. So also here we have quite a lot of experience. The examination for the international market takes place online, normally on Saturdays, and the exam consists of a written part and an oral part. And here you can see how the certificate looks like if you successfully passed the exam. Another important information are the start dates and the costs. We offer several start dates per year for the TCTrain Professional course. It's 5 to 7 courses per year. The upcoming course starts November 16, and then there's one in January 25, and 2 more courses are already scheduled for next year. For the TCTrain Expert, normally there are 2 courses per year. Just one course started in October, and the next one is in April 1921. Also important are the costs. The cost for the TCTrain Professional course, including the Tcom certification, is €2,900 plus tax, and for the Expert course it's €3,900 plus tax. Tax depends on the country you live in. So in Germany normally it's 19% additional. At the moment it's 16% until end of 2020, and in Italy, for example, it's 22%. So this was from my part. Now I would like to hand over to our online trainer Raymond Kalb. He will give you an overview of the learning platform and show you a unit of TCTrain Professional course.
Thanks, Monica. My name is Ray Culp, and over the next couple of minutes, I'm going to be walking you through some of the features of the TCTrainNet platform. TCTrain Professional consists of pre-recorded video presentations, interactive learning units, quizzes, and further reading material that you can work through at your own pace. Since Monica already provided you with information on things like course duration and prerequisites, let's just go ahead and jump right in. The front page provides an overview of all of the course categories that are available on TCTrainNet, and depending on which courses you are enrolled in, you may or may not have access to individual courses. The course categories include TCTrain Professional, which you just heard about, the Meeting Point, which is basically just a container for the various forums that we use for communication purposes, TCTrain Expert, which Monica also talked briefly about, and a new course category called the IIRDS project that we just recently added. Let's take a look at the TCTrain Professional course category. TCTrain Professional is organized in accordance with the Tcom competence framework, so you'll see the same subcategories reflected here that you saw in the circular diagram in Monica's presentation before. Let's go ahead and drill down into the introduction unit. Each unit consists of a series of steps or sections that cover the different phases of the learning process. The unit will start out with a brief introduction or explanation of what it's about. So the first step or section in each unit is always called Gain New Knowledge. And here you'll find things like webcasts, interactive learning units, presentations, and a list of further reading resources. Let's have a look at the first interactive learning unit. Whenever you fire up an interactive learning unit that you worked on previously, you'll be asked whether you want to resume where you left off. If you'd like to preserve any input that you've given so far, click Yes. If you'd rather throw it all away and start with a clean slate, like I'm going to do in a couple of seconds, click No. Interactive learning units are pretty much what the name says. They impart new knowledge about the topic using things like illustrations, animations, drag and drop games, and question and answer games. Let's have a look at how some of those activities work. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Next, and that'll take me to an overview. I'm going to click on the first topic up here at the top. Why should you know more about this topic? That takes me to the first chapter, so I'm going to click on Next. And here I see a question. Why are technical communicators important? Well, the instructions up here at the top say click on each button, so I'm going to do that. The first reason is complexity of products. So technical consumer goods, especially in the field of consumer electronics, are becoming increasingly complex. And so consumers need to have information so that they can use a product in an appropriate way. When we click on the other buttons, some further explanations pop up and we can read through those. And now we've gained some new knowledge. And now we can go to the next page. Gee, that was a short chapter. Well, they're not all that short, I can promise you that. Let's have a brief look at the next chapter to see some further features. So I'm going to click on the profession and I'll go ahead and click on next. And here I see a text box where I can type my own ideas. And so what is a technical communicator? Technical communicator is maybe it's a person who writes user guides. That's my idea anyway. So the instructions up here say click on the image after you've completed the task to get a definition. Oh wow, that's a long definition. Okay, so I can see that my definition really needs a little bit of fleshing out, but that's okay. That's why I'm taking the course. Don't worry, I'm not going to walk you through the entire interactive learning unit, but you get the idea. So let's go ahead and go back to the menu and see what else there is. Let's click on Summary and skip to the end. Every interactive learning unit has a summary chapter at the end with a couple of interesting features. Well, first of all, there's the actual summary, of course, which is usually a couple of pages long. But then you come to a couple of pages where you can view and print your input that you've given while you were working on the interactive learning unit. That's interesting because later on, especially when you're preparing for the exam, you might want to go back and have a think about the answers that you gave previously and how your ideas have developed and matured while you've been working on the course. So let's go ahead and click through here to get to the next part. 3, 4, 5, 6 of 7, 7 of 7, 7 of 9. And here we are. This is the PDF version of the interactive learning unit. So if we click here, we can access the PDF version, which we could print out, for example, if we want to, or we could use it offline. So if we close that and go ahead and click on Next over here, last but not least, we've got the report of completion or certificate, which we can use to track your progress. And it also could, for example, serve as proof if your employer, for example, wants to know how you're doing, how far along you are in the course. You could print out this certificate and present it to them and as proof of your progress in the course. So that's an overview of an interactive learning unit. Let's just close out of here and I'll go ahead and close this tab and we'll go back to the unit that we were in before. So let's just have a brief look at some of the other features. So I'm going to scroll down a little bit here. And in addition to the interactive learning unit in step 1, gain new knowledge, you've also got further resources, for example. Let's click on that and see what that's about. It's pretty much what the name says. It's a list of links, usually to articles on websites. Quite a few of these links point to articles on the TCworld website. Specialist articles about technical communication, and all of this material is additional material that will help you to improve and deepen your understanding of the topic. So let me just close out of here, and we'll go back to where we were before. So in addition to that, we also have presentations, for example. Some of these are external links that might even point to YouTube, but very often they are webcasts that have been pre-recorded and are hosted here on the site. Let's take a look at the next step, which is practice your knowledge. So in step 2, practice your knowledge, you have a written task, and the purpose of this written task is for you to discuss a topic, to solve a question or to answer a question, to solve a problem, but to discuss this in the discussion forum that we have on the platform. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of here and scroll down a little bit. And in step 3, we have a quiz. It's usually a couple of pages long and asks some questions to see if you understood the training material. Let's take a look and see if I understood something here. I'll go for this one, that one, and here I'll go for this. And I think knowledge of at least 2 foreign languages is valuable, but not necessarily mandatory. Aptitude for language, absolutely. Let's see how I'm doing. Oh, wow, I did okay. Okay, so that was a quiz. I'm going to go ahead and close out of here and go back to where I was before. And we'll take a look at one of the last features of the training platform, and that is the discussion forum. Now, to get there, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back all the way up to the top to the main page, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and I'm going to click over here on discussion forum. So now I'm in the discussion forum in the meeting point, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and here I can see the discussion threads that have been created by some guy named Raymond Culp, whoever that is, but apparently he has something to do with TCTrainNet, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on one of these discussion threads. And I can scroll down. Here I see the topic of the discussion thread. It's the competence area is context analysis. Okay, topic information processing and target group. And the unit in particular is culture-specific aspects of the target group. And so I'm going to scroll down a little bit, and it looks like some of the participants have had some very interesting ideas to share. So I want to participate in the discussion, so I'm going to click on reply. And in here I could type an answer or type some comments, and then I could go ahead and click on post to forum, and it would post that to the forum, but of course I haven't entered any text, so I can't do that. But I've decided that I rather not participate in this particular discussion right now, so I'm going to go back up to the top, and I'm going to click on the meeting point. And let's take a look at some of the other forums that we have here. So the meeting point, as I explained before, is basically a container for forums that we use for communication purposes. And one of those forums is the news forum. So the news forum is an announcement forum that we use to announce important information, such as upcoming exam dates and things like free webinars, for example, that you can take part in. So I'm going to go back up to the top here and go back to the meeting point. And there's one more forum that I'd like to show you, and that is the water cooler chat. Water cooler chat is a very informal discussion forum where you can basically talk about anything that you want to. And in contrast to the other 2 forums, in this forum you can actually create your own discussion threads. So that's pretty much it. Thank you very much for watching, and I will hand back to Christine.
Thank you very much, Ray, for introducing us to the TCTrainNet platform and especially the TCTrain Professional course, so that our audience can see what kind of possibilities you have in this training program. And you can be sure that you have very good support while you're training and preparing for the Tcom certification. Now, finally, our TCTrainNet team thanks you for your participation in the tool presentation. And here you can see our website. Please visit our website and test TCTrainNet with our guest access. So on our homepage, we have the possibility that you would test one module, one learning unit, and please try this out. And furthermore, you can contact us now via chat on the Tcom event app if you have any further questions, or you can visit our profiles in this event app and make an appointment with us. Finally, you have old school options like just send us an email via c.keller@tcom.de or m.engelke@tcom.de. Or if you want to talk to us on phone, so please call us. You can see the phone numbers there. And now we wish you an interesting conference, and please stay healthy and take care. Bye-bye. Have a good time.